The Glass Menagerie is Tennessee Williams' first successful play, catapulting him to the forefront of American theatre, launching other stage shows such as A Cat on a Hot Tin Roof and A Streetcar Named Desire. So to speak to us about The Glass Menagerie is Jane Hille, director, and James Ford, actor, which will be launching at the UWA Dolphin Theatre in October. So Jane, tell us a bit about the play.
The play is sort of semi-autobiographical of Tennessee Williams' life, but I think its relevance today is still very poignant. It deals with a fragmenting and fracturing family, basically because of abandonment and I think probably communication, people not knowing how to talk to each other.
So James, tell us a bit about your character.
Tom is a character who is got a lot of anger in him. Got a lot of anger in him. He hates his mother. He's very resentful of her. And he has this journey through the play where he starts here and he builds. At the end, he's had enough. He wants to get out of there, and he goes, and he's so mad at himself by the end because he's been mad at his family. And you can see that from the narration of Tom. All the way through the play, telling the story of himself and the memory.
So what inspired you to pick this play?
I don't know. I've just sort of, I've taught it and studied it for many years, and I have always thought that it would be an interesting play to do. And I'm not a fan of realism in theatre. And so I guess for me to take a play that's been done realistically often and flip that, it was a challenge. And, it's a classic American text. And so I think sometimes it's good to, have a play with that and see what you can do.
How long have you guys been working together for?
I only met James earlier this year. He came to a play I did for Fringe, the Book of Everything. Thank you.
What was that?
I did the Book of Everything with Fenceline Theatre Company at Swan Christian College, and won an award this year for Fringe. And James came to it and introduced himself and said, I'd like to do some work with you. And so when this opportunity came up with Grads WA, I said, we met actually at a Black Swan play.
Yeah. And have you done any acting before, James?
I have done, yeah. Ever since a young age, I did Aladdin. I think it was my first play as a little Year 6 fella.
And who were you in Aladdin?
I was Jafar. I played the evil man. But
do you find that's your arena?
At the start of my acting career, it probably was, but I've done a few different roles since then. But I've always loved acting since a young age, dressing up in Peter Pan and Robin Hood costumes as a kid and running around the house. Yeah.
Cool. And what else have you directed?
Well, I did this year for Fringe. I did the Book of Everything, and I also wrote and directed a play that went up at the State Theatre Company called The Chook House. And obviously, I'm an artistic director of a theatre company, so I'm doing plays every day. But last year for Fringe 2018, I wrote and directed Any Man, which was also an award-winning play for Fringe. So and I did that with Shalom House, and that was about the journey of addiction.
Right.
So that's sort of what I do.
Well, I'm sure by now everyone wants to know when can they watch this play and where they can watch it. So please give us some information.
Okay. It opens on the 16th of October at Dolphin Theatre. Starts at 7:15. And you can access tickets through the Dolphin or through Grads WA. It's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, and it runs 16th through to the 19th. So it's a short season, but it'll be well worth your while, we think.
Definitely.
To come and see it.
Awesome. So that is The Glass Menagerie, and this is Jane Hille and James Ford, and I'm Yannick Benoit for WTV. Thank you.